All right, this is my third video talking about Hebrews chapter 12, the rejection and shame that Jesus experienced. All right, the verse reads, "So Jesus also suffered outside the gate in order to sanctify the people through his own blood." Verse 11 says, "For the bodies of those animals whose blood was brought into the holy places by the high priest as a sacrifice of sin are burned outside the camp." So Jesus suffered outside the gate just as much as the dead animals were burned outside the camp. You see the parallel? So Jesus experienced, the animals were unclean. Therefore, Jesus was treated as unclean. So Jesus experienced such shame and rejection. In Hebrews 12 verse 2 says, "Look into Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God." I love that. First, he endured the cross. The cross means endure the death, the shame, the beatings and everything, the spit, the saliva, everything. Wow, he suffers so much. And then what? He despises shame. This is really hard. Because how many people can actually despise the shame? People would try to, be encouraged to overcome the shame, guilt and shame, or whatever dishonor a person going through. But Jesus despises shame. His total antithesis. You know why? Because the shame he experienced is not his fault. Whereas we experience the shame, most of the times our fault. But sometimes there's persecutions. That's not our fault either. When it's not our fault, we can actually do what Jesus did, despise the shame. In other words, go and proactively, instead of letting shame attack us, we preemptively attack the shame. But now, let's check this out. Jesus endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God. At the right hand of God right away. First, he endured the cross. Second, he despised the shame. Third, bang, he's on the right hand of God, on the throne of God. You see, it's like literally 3 days. Jesus died. 3 days later, bang, he rose from the dead. He's seated on the throne of God. Next to the throne of God, on the right hand of God. 3 days. 3 days. So I want to just talk about the encouragement a little bit. As we go through hard times, remember, good times going to come. God will vindicate us and justify us. Amen.